Well, hey friends, this is Jennifer, and this is the Jennifer Allwood Show, the podcast for women who want to find freedom in both their life and in their business. I own a multi-7-figure-a-year coaching business. I'm also a certified life coach. So I have the honor of helping thousands of women every single month make money in the online space and help them to get unstuck from whatever is holding them back, all without sacrificing their faith or their family. In this show, you're going to get the very best life and business advice, always with a healthy dose of Jesus. So buckle in, my friend. I'm so excited that you are here. Well, hello, my podcast friends. I could call you my PFs, my podcast friends. Funny story. Do any of your kids get like pictures taken, at the kids' school? And the photographer that's been at our kids' school for years and years and years, his name is Jim. And he does something called a JOF. Wait, is that right? No, it's an FOJ. You're a friend of Jim's. You're a friend of Jim's. So I could do an FOJ. As a podcast listener, you're a friend of Jen's. And that story didn't come out well at all. Okay, listen, back to the podcast. We're going to talk today about how the online space has changed this year in 2022, which will also give you some ideas of how I see it changing for 2023. And by the way, this is, I'm going to give you a lot of statistics. I'm also going to give you just some personal thoughts. What's always interesting to me when I'm coaching people is that there will be people who say ridiculous things to me. For example, I don't want to start teaching people how to paint furniture because it's a saturated market. To which I look at them and I'm like, lies, all lies. That's such a lie. Straight from the pit of hell. It is not a saturated market. Okay, so can you keep that in mind while you're listening to these statistics that I'm about to give you? Because instinctively, you're going to want to think to yourself, holy smokes, if online sales is at $7 trillion this year, five. I'm a liar. It was $5 trillion this year. Like there's no room for me in the online space. Like if you start veering in that direction in your mind, I just want you to pull it on back. Okay, we're going to pull it on back because it's such a lie. There are so many people online, you guys. And what ends up happening is we have this weird tunnel vision where, let's just use that example as a furniture painter. If you're a furniture painter, you probably follow a ton of furniture painters, furniture painting sites, bloggers, etc. So you're thinking to yourself, there are hundreds of people already doing this because you follow hundreds of people. And so you're thinking, who would even want to learn from me? And the truth is, the people that follow you, they don't follow all those other hundreds of paint people. They don't. They maybe follow a handful. But while you're listening to me here, and as I'm getting ready to launch my Better Way program at the end of September here, I want you to just keep that in mind, that thinking of it's a saturated market. It is a small mindset, friends. It is small. And usually when we're thinking small, it's because we're scared. And usually when we're scared, it's because we know we're supposed to go big, but it's safer to stay small. So can I just say right at the beginning of this podcast here, like quit thinking so small. There is so much opportunity in the online space and I want you to be part of it. Okay. So here's what's changed in the online space this year. All right. I'm going to give you some fun statistics. All right. So the e-commerce, e-commerce just in general has grown faster this year so far than what retail has, than walking into a store. So e-commerce sales reached nearly $5 trillion worldwide so far this year, and we're projected to meet $7 trillion by 2024, which is insane. There's something called social commerce. Have you heard of that? Or S-commerce, social commerce or S-commerce. It's purchases that are made directly on a social platform. It's totally growing. So let's say you're on Instagram and you see an influencer and she's wearing a cute outfit and you're able to tap her picture, tap the sweater, go right to the checkout page and order it. Or if you're like me, you see home decor things and they're on your Facebook feed and you go straight to that adorable rug and you just buy it right from there. Okay. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about social commerce or S-commerce. So sales totaled so far this last year, $36 billion with a B dollars. And it's supposed to be, I don't know how people figure this out, but they're saying 79 billion. We're just going to say 80 billion because it's easier in 2025. So essentially they're saying it's going to more than double in 4 years. And I just want you to hear that. and think to yourself, okay, wait, what's happening? Okay, here's what's happening. People are ordering online. Okay. People are ordering online. They are ordering products online. They're ordering services online. They're getting training online. They're getting education online. My mom, God bless her, 71 years old, just bought her first online course to be an end of life doula. My mom used to be an OBGYN nurse. So she used to help bring babies into this world. Now she's going back to school, which is all online, to be an end of life doula, to help people, transition out of this world, which I just think is beautiful, by the way. But she's doing it online. She's not going to sit in a standard classroom. Education has changed. The online space has changed everything. And if you are still dilly-dallying at home, thinking that it's a saturated market, you don't know what to do to start, like you literally, there is no excuse. There are business coaches are a dime a dozen right now. You can find a bajillion people who are going to show you how to start in the online space. And so when you hear that amount of money, 36 billion last year, but supposed to be at 80 billion in another 3 years. I mean, that's mind blowing, guys. That is mind blowing. And so I want to give you some thoughts that I want you to think about. Well, let me give you one more statistic here. Okay. So e-commerce sales is also really growing. All right. So e-commerce sales for B2B. So B2B means business to business. So for those of you who are in my coaching groups, that's business to business. If you are somebody who sells wholesale products, I'm thinking of Sandy Pearls. She sells wholesale jewelry to people. She sells them to retailers, like the Pink Dinosaur that I know. Okay, so that's wholesale to retail. That's B2B. Also, if you sell things like ribbon for wreaths and you sell those to wreath makers, like that's B2B, okay? It's business selling to business. All of my coaching is for other business people, so that's business to business, all right? So reportedly, B2B was at $1.1 trillion last year. $1.1 trillion. You guys, we had our best year yet last year, and we are on target for our best year yet in 2022. So here's what I want to tell you. There is so much money to be made in the online space. If you are listening to me, more than likely you already have a business or you have a hobby that you're really wanting to generate more. And I am just like exhorting you, which means professionally cheerleading you in a Holy Spirit way. Like, quit playing so small and thinking, that you're stuck, you don't know what to do. Like, do something online because the opportunity is endless. Here's what I will also say from a spiritual perspective. God showed me a year or two ago, there is an open heaven over women in business right now. Women in business are growing at a faster rate right now than men. I have no data to back that up other than I know in my knower, women are growing at a faster rate than men. Why? We're actually better marketers in a lot of ways. Now, I just maybe upset the two guys that follow me. Sorry about that. But the reason that women can sometimes make better marketers is because we're more subtle in our strategy and we're more heart-to-heart connections versus a hard push, which you sometimes get from guys. And by the way, people can respond to both, and both are needed and both are great. So I just want to tell you, if you're like, I'm not great at sales, I say bull crap to that. You're great at relationships, and sometimes sales come because of a relationship. Okay. So we're going to just stop with the excuses. No more excuses. There's money to be made online. Okay. If you are not on my wait list for the Better Way program, go right now, betterwayprogram.com. And all you have to do is just like put in your little email. And when we are open at the end of this month, I will send you an email that's like, hey, here's what's included in my program. Here's why I think you should buy it. Here's a link to go sign up. Okay. betterwayprogram.com. We open up September the 29th. I can't wait. All right. So let me give you some quick tips for anybody who's selling anything online right now. Are you ready? All right. You have got to make checkout so easy. Actually, and let me even tell you one more thing. This morning, I was on my Jennifer Allwood home account on Instagram. And so most of you probably follow me on Jennifer Allwood. I also have a Jennifer Allwood home account that I started in at the beginning of 2020 when the world was a dumpster fire and we all wondered if we were going to die. I was like, I need some place to just look at pretty things and to share pretty things. And we were buying our home in Florida. Now we're buying our home in Arizona. And so I post things on Jennifer Allwood Home. They're not business related. So I'm on Jennifer Allwood Home this morning and I scrolling through and I see one person who does like decorating and design work, she gives a shout out to an artist and a beautiful piece of her artwork. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. I would buy a couple of those canvases for our home in Florida. So I click on the link to go to this artist's Instagram page and hoping that I can just buy right there. Instead, her account, you guys, is private. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean her account is private? Why is it private? Because she's selling art, but she doesn't allow just everybody to follow her. And I'm like, that is not good business, friend. What are you so scared of? What feels so vulnerable that you're like, you know what? I got to keep this private. And before you send me a DM right now on Instagram saying, well, maybe she's trying to protect her family or something like that. Listen, this is a controversial statement, but I'm just kind of tired of messing around. So we're just going to go for it. If people are coming for you or your kids, they will find a way to figure out pictures of you and your kids other than on your Instagram. And by the way, when your account is still pretty small, quit posting all these pictures of your kids. Keep it to your business. Keep it tight. Let the main thing be the main thing on your social media for a while until you have a substantial following. Unless you're a coach, unless you're a thought leader. And by the way, you have to have a decent following to be either of those things. Okay. Can we just get that established right now? All right, good. Okay. So first of all, I guess have your Instagram accounts public and not private, but here's some other things I want you to keep in mind if you're going to sell in the online space right now. Checkout has to be so easy. It's got to be easy and it's got to be fast. So you need some quick pay options like Apple Pay or Google Pay. You need to have a really easy to navigate checkout. The fewer clicks, the better. Because here's what I want you to think. This morning when I was buying something online, it's like da-doink, 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 and bada boom, bada bing, it's done. If at any point I start feeling like, crap, I got to go upstairs and get my debit card. Crap. What does this screen mean? Why do I have to check all these boxes? If at any time I start doing that, or there's a million bajillion clicks, then I start talking myself out of the purchase. I start going, you know what? I probably don't even need this anyway. I have an issue right now with ordering a face product that I love. I love it so much. I love it so much. The checkout is so clunky and clanky and janky that every time I go to order, I'm just mad in the inside because I'm like, why is this not easier? Don't let that be what your clients feel like because you will lose sales. They will talk themselves out of it. I want you to keep in mind that we have, we're in an Amazon Prime world where people are super used to things being fast, things being easily returnable. And I want you to not be a huge hater on Amazon as well. Okay. Amazon has tons and tons and tons of small businesses selling their products on Amazon. I'm thinking about Tara Wall in my mastermind right now, who has Consider the Fields. Tara has a Bible study that you can buy right now as a book that will be shipped to you on Amazon. Like she is, a seller. I have an ebook of prayers on Amazon. I haven't got it to where it's printable yet, but there's tons of people like me who are selling on Amazon. Okay. So don't be a hater, first of all. And you don't have to set up your business like Amazon, but I want you to think about how easy Amazon's checkout is, how easy it is to track the orders. I personally, when I'm buying anything that is a physical product, I love to have it go through that thing called shop, where it shows like when it's in transit, where it's at, when they expect you to see it, on your doorstep, et cetera. I personally love that. So make it easy. I was talking to one of the ladies in my mastermind the other day too. She sells, her business is called, oh man, you're going to make me look it up while I'm talking to you, aren't you? Hang on 1 second. It's like from, red to green. What is it called? Red to green, reds to green. Hang on. I'm going to tell you, red's gone green. So she sells natural, organic cleaning products. And we were talking to her about, how she's positioning the sale of them. And I was like, when I go to Amazon right now and I order a new eyeliner or a new eyebrow pencil, I have the option of ordering just one or setting it up on subscription and getting one delivered to me every single month. People want that sort of ease. If they have something that they're going to be buying from you more than once, they love that. So take that cue from Amazon. Okay. I want you to know too, that people are easily distracted. They are very prone to being a one-time customer right now. So things like getting something once a month from you, fabulous. Remember, great customer service, it still goes a long, long way. You can have loyalty programs, et cetera. But what you want to do is to create return customers. And if you're like, okay, well, Jen, I don't have a product. I sell a marriage class or I am a homeschooling blogger. Okay, well, that's great. Make sure you're consistently showing up in people's inbox, on their email. That's how you're going to continue to stay in front of them, stay in front of them, stay in front of them. People need to still know that you're here, that you're still doing a business, etc. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you're going to go get on the wait list for my Better Way program. You're not committing to buying it. You're committing to looking at the sales page when it's open. Okay. Go to betterwayprogram.com. I want to see you in there. I teach 8 different ways of making money in the online space. It is perfect for those of you who have any sort of a following at all, whether that's 10 followers or 10,000. It's perfect for you who are DIYers, creators, makers, etc. And you are only making money when you're physically working with your hands. That is a huge problem. And you may not be able to see that as a huge problem now, but I can tell you as a 51-year-old woman, it becomes a huge problem. Because what's going to happen if you need to take some time off to have a hysterectomy? What's going to happen if you need to take some time off to take care of an aging parent? What happens if you get called into jury duty? Well, then your income stops, doesn't it? Because you're only making money when you're working. And if that's you, there's a better way of doing business, and it's online. And I know already you're thinking, but I don't even know what I could do online. I've just been, making earrings, or I've been painting candlesticks, or painting furniture, or, making candles, or making face products for so long. I don't even know how I could do it online. Listen, I can teach you 8 different ways of making money online with that one thing. Go right now to betterwayprogram.com. I want to see you inside of my program on September 29th. We're going to have amazing bonuses the day the cart opens on the 29th. So be there then. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Friend, thank you so much for listening to the podcast again this week. I'm so honored that you come back for every episode and that you share the Jennifer Allwood Show with your friends and family. Every time I see you guys post about it on Instagram or Facebook or something, it just makes me do a little happy. So thank you. Make sure that you subscribe to the podcast if you never want to miss an episode. So you can go to Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or Spotify or any of the other podcasting places and subscribe each week so that every week you get the new episode when it releases. So just know that I love bringing you relevant content. I love bringing you great guests. And one of the ways you can help us here at Team Allwood is by leaving the podcast a review. So if you have just a second to do that, would you go over and leave a review for the Jennifer Allwood Show? Thank you again. You're amazing. I'm honored to be here. Until next week. Bye-bye.